everyone. This is Jay Dobbins, your host of the Marvel DC Universe Fan Club. We are now episode 91.
This is Jay Dobbins, your
and I'll be
host of the
discussing
Marvel
two topics.
DC Universe
One,
Fan Club.
well, actually, I'll be doing a review on
episode 90 continued.
Star Wars
Part 2. Episode 8,
The
Last Jedi.
Yeah, last week,
and
Jumanji.
I was talking about
let's start with
20th Century
Star
Fox.
Wars
And
Last
I was
Jedi.
saying that it could be bad for X-Men fans,
the
and could
events
be bad
take
for
off
the Deadpool films as well.
It takes off.
So,
the movie takes off
you
after
know,
the events.
So I wasn't the only person worried. Other,
episode
X-Men
7,
fans
The
and
Force
Deadpool
Awakens,
fans were worried,
when
that Kylo Ren killed, that Disney's father Han Solo,
would
which destroyed the
a lot of
X-Men
people
and
were pissed off
Deadpool
about.
franchise by turning Deadpool into a kid-friendly movie.
Yeah.
So we'll get to
I'm not
that
gonna be doing
part later, but
full.
as far as
summary,
what Fox
like I
will
would normally
do with Deadpool,
with the other,
with the other,
not
Fox, what Disney
movies
would do
that I
with
reviewed on.
Deadpool, but we'll talk about that later. But
so
I would
probably gonna do a brief.
I would
for
like
each
for
one.
you guys to disregard
the
previous
best thing I can do is
of
talk
last
about
week,
effects.
which was
There were
episode
some
90,
things
but
that
this episode is called
pretty much
episode 90
bothered me
continued /
about
part
the
2.
film.
So
I still think that
focus more on
well,
this one, but disregard
the film
previous
was
episode.
interesting.
Which
I'm
was
not
a
going to say
week
it's
ago.
very good, but it was interesting.
Well, the previous episode 90, which was a week ago.
And
So
there was some parts.
This
that
week
kind of surprised me.
Thursday
we'll
it was
get to that
announced
later.
that
During the events,
Disney
has after the events
bought
of
20th Century Fox. Well,
episode 7, you have
a huge
Kylo
chunk
Ren.
of 20th Century Fox assets.
Well, actually,
So
it takes off.
we're gonna get to
It
that
starts off
part.
where
Once
Rey
finds
Luke Skywalker,
read the list,
gives him the lightsaber, and then of course he just throws it away. Or throws it.
Disney has,
Fox has.
So
Just tosses it. Rey eventually finds it.
Disney did buy a huge chunk of 21st Century Fox.
she's saying that
But
she needs,
I don't know. It was very
needs
confusing.
help, that type
They
of
call
thing.
it 20th Century Fox and they call it 21st Century Fox, but yeah.
then
screw
he's like, hey,
21st
go
Century.
home,
Go with 20.
because
20th
he
century.
wanted to be alone.
So,
he wanted peace.
Yeah,
Quiet.
Disney
He
has bought a huge chunk of
decided
20th
not to
Century
want
Fox.
to train anyone because
And
he
so
did
far,
train
they
his
spent,
nephews,
$52.4 billion,
a.k.a.
so that
Kylo
deal
Ren,
will
of course.
combine two of the biggest players in
Turns
Hollywood.
out there was a unique
twist to it. But yeah, so Disney gets, and they 20th Century Fox
Ray
found
Fox
a way to
2000,
interact with Fox Searchlight
Kylo
movie
Ren
and television
and
studios.
She was pretty much seeing what he was seeing, that type of thing, but
majority
he didn't know
control,
where she was.
60% of Hulu. Several big
But
able,
he was able,
including
I guess
X-Men,
it was kind of the Force.
and
The way the
Deadpool.
Force works is kind of
Well,
weird.
and of course the Fantastic Four as well.
Oh, and another thing too,
Major TV franchises, including The Simpsons,
like
This Is Us, and Modern Family.
he was
International media businesses, including
I ain't gonna lie, this movie's like 3 hours
350
long, and I'm not
channels
gonna
in
do 3 hours,
countries.
a 3-hour summary of the movie.
Starring
So,
India,
yeah, like the
and
part
39% of the European paid TV
where,
operator.
there was a
Sky.
part that was kind of disgusting, like
That also includes FX and National
Luke
Geographic
Skywalker drinking
partners.
breast milk from a female alien.
Fox's
Kinda
regional
weird.
sports networks,
that was
including Yes.
disgusting.
But
yeah,
13.7
long
billion
story short,
of Fox's debt. An estimated $2 billion in cost savings.
Wow. Kylo Ren
and his people attack Bob Iger's
the ship.
contract extended through 2021.
Princess Leia's ship.
So
Kylo Ren wanted to press the button.
Pretty much is what
He almost
Disney
pressed the
was
button. Didn't want it,
getting.
but
Fox
didn't do it.
gets,
Somebody else did.
25%
Shot a hole in the ship.
of Disney shares.
Everybody is getting sucked out of the ship into space.
$5 billion cash dividend.
So Princess Leia,
from,
she freezes,
spun
but
off
then she
company.
finds her way into the ship.
And
I guess they call it the
Fox's
Force.
spinoff company
Unfortunately,
keeps one of my favorite characters, Admiral Akbar, did not make
Fox
it.
News,
so I was pretty pissed off about that.
News,
FS1, and then you have
FS2 Sports Network,
Finn,
and
he was
Big Ten
in a coma or whatever after battling. So that's what Kylo Ren in the previous Star Wars film, Episode 7, The Force Awakens,
of course, and
he eventually recovers.
Fox
and
spin-off companies
tries to find a hacker to hack the big ship that Kylo Ren was on.
Disney Empire.
They eventually find a hacker who was
the Disney company.
He betrays them. He betrayed them later on. But
$79 billion.
Poe was trying to save the ship, but
almost at $1 trillion.
Couldn't. And then the new person in command, I can't remember her name, but she plays
$9 billion.
She's
the investment
is portrayed by Laura Dern, best known for her role in the Jurassic Park films.
Let's see, the consumer products are $9 billion.
Was in charge. Couldn't save the ship, so stayed behind and tried to save the crew.
Maker Studios,
because they couldn't save the ship.
StarWars.com.
Then of course Rey is captured. Rey is captured by
Disney Media Networks.
Snow
is they're worth
who was later
$32.5
killed by Kylo Ren, and now he tries to take over the Empire, that type of thing. They fight
ABC
together,
ABC News and Radio,
to fight, and
Snow
he caved in.
Channel, which is 50%, of course.
He eventually wanted Rey to join him, but she decided not to. So
Marvel Entertainment,
she escapes.
Vice
Kylo Ren finds them.
Then you've got the Parks and
Resorts,
which are worth
$29.5 billion,
and that consists of
and they were in a safe house, which was
Paris,
run by.
Resorts.
And then you have the First Fleet or something like
Studios,
that, which was
$69.3 billion.
Rogue One, but it was like abandoned.
And that consists of
pretty much
that includes
I guess Rogue One had a connection to Episode 8 somehow.
Companies like DreamWorks too.
So Luke later on decided to use the Force. Lucasfilm, I guess, with
Marvel,
guidance of Yoda,
and of course,
like the spirit version of Yoda.
That's pretty much
the
Disney
Force.
Empire.
And then meets up with Princess Leia, whatever, but he wasn't actually there. It was like a projection.
Sums it for
of
that
a hologram or whatever he
did,
But
you also have the part where they're battling Netflix. So when the deal was announced Thursday,
they knew they could escape that area was on one way out.
Major Star Wars movie release from
back
Disney
area, I guess.
Was
Luke uses himself as
the
a distraction.
business,
Kylo Ren and his
changes, of course.
ships.
So they're TV doesn't have
open fire at Luke
on home
because Luke's out there as a distraction, pretty much.
So there's Netflix
opens his fire at Luke. They shot so many times. They were like, okay, do we get him?
Amazon is building
Next
its own library.
Bam, Luke is still there.
We were thinking he was using the Force
TV rights
to Lord of the Rings, Facebook, Google,
shield himself
and
from
Apple are also
those lasers
investing
in
video.
So then Kylo Ren leaves his ship. Fights Luke.
As pretty much put all the sentence together, but Facebook, Google, and Apple are investing.
Then he
he
realizes that it was just a hologram. It wasn't really him. So
also
his last words to
like
Luke
Disney
Luke's last words to Kylo Ren was
Disney
around
still
kid.
now
then of course
owns Marvel.
They have always owned Marvel. Well, unfortunately, Luke
they have owned Marvel for quite a while, but they don't now
own all of the Marvel
characters.
He did train during the film. He did train. Luke did train.
It's made movies.
So now Rey's the Last Jedi,
Doctor Strange, Thor, Captain America,
but
and the Avengers crew. But the X-Men are
so to be continued.
Well, they were at Fox.
And Chewbacca made an appearance.
But now they are now brought home under one roof, which could mean movies with more of the characters together. So, but Sony will still have rights to Marvel Spider-Man. Though a deal with Disney, like Spider-Man appear in
girlfriend or something like that. I'm not really sure.
The Marvel
films.
That
was it.
I like
how Luke died.
And one more thing.
I thought
this is good news
better
for
than that.
X-Men fans, and of course,
Luke
Ryan
Skywalker
Reynolds
wasn't very happy with the film and his character
Robert
in the film. So
Liefeld, who's
I gave the movie like probably an 80%. It was because it was interesting. not 100%. The special effects was excellent.
Yeah.
Cinematography
So
was
this
excellent.
is great news.
Costume
designing,
you guys.
Deadpool can stay rated R at Disney.
Background, like concept art,
according
that
to
type of thing.
CEO, Disney CEO Bob Iger.
I'll probably give it like 3 out of 5
but
stars.
But once that was announced, Bob Iger said, and I quote,
they're going to do
as
more
long as
films,
we let the audience know what's coming,
we
think we can manage that
of Star Wars. And then, like after Episode 10,
that
they
means
probably going to
that
focus on
the new generation of Star Wars. Sees an opportunity to,
there's like
do
a Han
R-rated
Solo
film, like Deadpool
in the works, and a possible Boba Fett film,
Ghost Rider, Blade, Moonlight,
do like
maybe some Marvel
Knights
films,
now let's talk about
back
Jumanji.
Back in when they were doing the
Jumanji,
Marvel Civil War universe, they had Marvel Knights. So that includes Punisher.
The whole time I thought it was a
Blade,
reboot. It was really a sequel
Moonlight,
to the 1995
the more
film
graphic
starring Robin Williams.
Comics books, pretty much.
But
yeah, they might start doing the Marvel Knights,
Marvel
Knights
films,
pretty
Jumanji,
much.
Welcome to the Jungle film.
Is Dwayne
I gotta hand it to
Disney and
Jack Black, Kevin Hart,
the CEO,
and of course,
Robert Iger. He did make a smart choice when
Karen Gillan,
deciding to,
who's best known for her role as Nebula,
Deadpool
and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Let it stay rated R.
Because after all, so
Deadpool is
a bunch
of very graphic, and that's how the comic books were.
Teenagers,
and the movies pretty should
got in trouble,
so
it makes sense to have Graunchy Deadpool,
and they were playing this
turn the movie into kid friendly.
Because it was first,
the first Jumanji film had a board game, and then they decided to
did make a smart choice
turn it into a video game. So
allowing
video
Deadpool
game
to stay rated R
later on, and then
because
4 of them got sucked in,
they would definitely be burning a whole lot of money.
The same way Alan
and
Parrish
did
a whole lot of money in the first Jumanji film
of that character.
So they were sucked in, and
they
were
turned into a kid-friendly film. So
we're in the body of their avatar.
Smart choice for them. And now,
so
I'm pretty much okay with the,
so their
Fox
goal was to
Disney merger,
win the game by putting
I'm happy with that.
Back on some Panther statue.
For those who are thinking, who had this theory
about
the game,
that was the goal. So before doing that,
Disney,
not
Disney, sorry.
Well, here's the
about
thing, they had 3 lives,
Deadpool, Fantastic Four.
So
being in the Avengers Infinity War films,
if they lose all 3 of their lives, they're dead. And
just want to let you guys know that.
So each of them, I'm gonna make it
that being a possibility
is very slim.
Each of them. I'm not saying it's slim to none, but I say it's
used
slim.
up 2 of their lives.
They might
all of them had 1 life left.
Fantastic Four and X-Men to the Avengers Infinity War films.
But
as of right now,
they survived
the Avengers Infinity War.
But turns out they said something about a missing piece, and it turns out the missing piece was somebody who was actually in the game,
post-production,
who's been trapped in a game for like 20 years,
which means they're probably doing editing and stuff like that.
So,
but
that person had
the 4th Avengers film, the untitled
left.
one, that's the one that's filming,
and
his
weakness was
mosquitoes.
So he got bit by a mosquito, died. Jack Black's character,
it's going to be, Thor,
gave him mouth to mouth,
Iron Man,
gave up
Captain America.
He had 2 lives. He had 3, then he had 2.
I think Doctor Strange. I know Captain Marvel.
That 1 life, that second life that he had,
and of course,
gave it to
Black
him.
Panther
saved his life.
As far as Hulk, Hawkeye,
so I'm
not really sure if they're going to be in the film.
Left,
to be honest with you, but we will see.
But one thing I know for sure, is that they're probably not going to add.
Completed their mission.
Well, one thing I know for sure is that
they
both
said
Jumanji, and they all got back
the Fantastic Four,
got back
X-Men into the Marvel
out of the game
universe
to reality,
maybe
pretty much
2020 or 2021. But I think that's going to be part of Marvel's Phase 4, maybe. I'm not really sure.
That pretty much.
But there
was kind of like a time
the untitled Avengers film.
They still had memories of the game
now,
so they still remembered what happened.
I guess they decided to film early.
Ran into their the missing piece. The missing person.
That's pretty much
the guy that was in the game for 20 years. Turns out
the Fox
still
remember
wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Them.
So
I guess some good came out of it. Deadpool's still going to be rated R,
but now
hopefully
he's not missing.
Wasn't
missing. So I guess it changed.
Simon Kinberg and Robert
somehow
Liefeld.
So
we'll still be doing more films, but
while being married.
The Deadpool film will be coming out next year,
having a daughter or whatever.
X-Men, Dark Phoenix.
Then he heard. So then they destroyed the video game, and they all go back to their normal lives.
You don't have to worry about Disney
as friends.
Messing that up.
The end.
Like that. But
so Jumanji was very.
I thought
it's more like it's a family film, but I thought
Disney
it was,
and Fox deal were
cool
going to be bad. But
so it's worth buying on iTunes.
As much as I hate to say it, I was wrong.
I give
it
a
3.5
out of 5.
At least I'm not afraid to admit that. So
pretty much.
I like how talking
more
about
new and fresh.
What even though
it was a
Disney
sequel to the
has in store for the Avatar films, X-Men films,
fresh. So
and of course,
Deadpool
and Fantastic Four. So,
they were pretty much just avatars.
Oh, and by the way, whenever you get a chance, for those who have a Twitter account,
I think they did well in
check out
Ryan Reynolds'
Twitter page.
CGI.
It's a picture of
storyline, pretty much.
Deadpool being escorted out by security.
But that concludes this
at Disney
episode.
World.
So feel free to visit us
pretty much
on Facebook. We are available on iTunes and the Google Play Music app.
Kicked out of Disney World by security. So thought that was pretty funny.
And Merry Christmas, everyone.
Check that out on Ryan